out of it. You can't, and you've got to put the onus on you, the players. Okay, we've got to be squeaky clean. We can't give him a chance, and we've got to practice that. We've got to talk about that, what we give penalties down this end of the field. Penalties are bad anywhere. I'd rather give away a penalty down the other end than this end, okay, because you put him in an attack situation. So they're the two key areas in that particular part of the field. Other issues. Your marker defence. Tell us what do you come up with your marker defence down there?
We just talked about the whole areas about pressure, so you might want your marking system to apply more pressure in the area of the field than it would, further down. So you might have people chasing out or getting to first receivers.
Yep. So, anything else you picked up with markers, you reckon, down there?
Well, just a little. Most teams come off the line, they're going to hook in behind the ruck. So I was just saying that what I tend to do is have one marker at that marker defence to encourage that hook in, but it's the risk.
There's a bit of risk. But I think the other thing is who gets in the ball. 9.5 times out of 10, he's going to scoot. So that first marker, he's got to be alert, especially if you've got him pinned on a sideline. His job is to go hard laterally, because blokes, dummy halves, quick wingers, they're going to go wide and then go in. So we've got to get out real quick and make him run across field as much as we can so our line comes in. We put numbers in the tackle. Okay, so the marker defence, especially when we've got them on the sideline, have a real aggressive first marker chase. Middle of the field, what we do with your markers? So they work it, they're coming off their line, they're in their 20 minutes, they get in the middle of the field. What's your markers more or less doing here? Yeah, real split system, okay? Okay, especially against good sides, use both sides of the ruck, they've got to split quite well. And
so you're suggesting you'd over-chase and...
Depends. It depends who you're playing, where you are. But if this is the sideline, the posts are here. You got a team inside the tram lines. Okay, most of the time they're going to go in, aren't they? So if you've got a number 2 in there and your first marker, okay, he's going to chase hard, and he's going to chase hard. And the more lateral he goes, and we can get off our line, we can put numbers in the tackle. Okay.
Have you got a preferred movement that you like your markers to do? Like, I know some coaches like the out, like move forward, and some like to take a step out.
Oh, well, if he can get him. There's a big front row is going to be different, but we try to get him as quick as we can. So he comes out and just go at him. We'll say go at him. Go at him. Yeah, go at him.
You want to bang him and release him too, wouldn't you? Depending on how quickly the line speed.
Yeah.
Back so that to play the ball goes in front of the ball again.
Yeah. And again, it's so we probably didn't look is your width. I mean, you want to buy as much yard. So if he's playing the ball on first marker, if I'm real close, it's going to limit my chase from marker. Okay, I want to buy myself a few steps so I can get at him straight away. Okay, if I get tight and he plays the ball and steps forward, he can do that legally. I can walk into the bloke playing as long as I don't use my arms to affect his chase. So I don't want to be caught in that position, because my aim down here with wingers and outside backs is to get out and get them. Use that expression, get them. Limit their yardage. Sorry?
Like after a kick and chase, on the first 2 tackles, markers chase, then kind of like on the third, then they split.
Yeah. You're on the sideline?
Sorry?
On the sideline you're talking about?
First 2 tackles are markers chase. Yeah. Because you know that they're going to do it.
You're giving them a theme. It's a bit like the Phil Gill thing, the kick chase +2, which is slightly different. Back there 15 years ago with Queensland Bronco way was spread it on the first play, so they focused on kick chase +1 together. Your one similar principle, but with so yeah, I like it. Area of the field where you've got fantastic line speed. This is where they can go, because like I said, unless you're playing a team which not many teams are prepared to shift it, and if you've got good width in your line, you're confident. But this is where you can really get off your line. This is where you put pressure on and practice great line speed. Width of the line, what about the width of the line down here? So,
Depending on what field doing, especially if you've just come in and you've actually been able to position it into a corner, then you're in that third of the field.
we're going to be smart too. Wet, rainy day. Okay, you basically tell them to go wide, so they've got to put a bit of a depending on who you're playing. Like we've been caught a couple of times against Newcastle where we compressed too much, and then they like to play a little bit wide. Okay, and they got us a few times, Peter. So we just got to probably pull out a bit. But generally speaking, if you got him inside your 20, you can slightly compress, which means, because their aim is to go forward. They want to go forward at you, okay? And the tighter the spaces are between the defenders, the better shots you can get, So again, think about that one. Kick pressure. What do we say about kick pressure, gentlemen?
It's important, ultimately, like you said, the aim of their sets to get as many. And out of every play in the set of 6, the most yards you're going to make is off the kick. So it's about getting as much pressure on that last play, almost like building momentum in your tackle set to put pressure on that last play and ensure that they don't get a good kick away. On the kick chase, if a guy's really effective on kick chase and he gets him early, you might let him up quicker because there's no one back set. If we've got good dominant kick chase, the line's there, you might, instead of trying to control it and slow it down, you might actually get up quick because we're set.
Using double tackles.
Yeah. Let them waste a couple of tackles until they get sorted.
Tips on defending inside their 40, anything?
Just that awareness thing. We talked about the back.
Even, that's the talk. Once you see a winger getting in, is teaching your players to communicate. There's Turner. He's going to scoot. So we're all on alert. He's going to scoot from dummy half. Okay, and I think that's a key one. The talk there. But generally speaking, the ones you want to be concerned about, slowing their play the ball down to give you that line speed to limit their yardage because they want to go forward. But a big one, and let's take the referee out of it. It's a big thing, but let's make our players responsible for discipline rather than blaming the referee. Too many times the referee's fault. We've got to make ourselves as squeaky clean we can down this part of the field. You're going to give away penalties, give it away at the other end, not down here. Okay, General D. So middle of the fence, see what I've got, boys, and then you can work in together as a line. So this is, that's a key one. We work together. We don't want blokes shooting out of the line. Down this end of the field, we probably can afford to have a bloke to shoot out of the line. Okay, especially they're just getting their big front rowers going. They're putting their attack middle of the field. They get a penalty or they've got a scrum. Okay, we want to work hard as a line. I go back to my Manly days, and Manly, Bozo had a very, very passive defensive line, but his big secret was, and successful he is just no one break that line. No one break your space between you and them. And that was, we did drills and drills and drills just working on that. No one break their line. He was massive on it, okay? And that's what it is. It starts from little kids. We work together as a line. That's the key. Whether it's we're moving up together, you've got an up and out defensive system, we work together. Our spaces between, we work together. We keep them all together. Okay? If my inside defender, if he wedges in, whether that's wrong or it's the right decision, I've got to do the same. My next man does the same, and so on. So we work together as a line. Okay? Absolutely critical in defence. And that will happen. Getting back to teaching realistic situation, have situations in drills where bloke makes the wrong decision. Have the inside bloke, he's actually wedged in when he shouldn't have wedged in. Okay, what are the outside players going to do? Teach them about shutting the gate. I used to do my head in at Union. I'll go back to these Union days. They were so fixed on who they had that this bloke stuffed up, they just kept going at this bloke, worrying about their inside. And that's, again, it's about working together. It's a massive one in general defence. Line speed. What about line speed, generally speed? What'd you come up with line speed, boys?
Normally split the first 3-4 metres.
Yeah.
Pretty good marks.
But I'll run the Manly stuff and our stuff. I don't know if they still used to have bounce.
Word, just come off the line. So it tells you bounce off the line and then you're steady. Okay, that's what it is. You take the first couple of metres early and then you're just steady. Okay. So generally your line speed works that way.